Oh, I've learned lots of things the hard way so far throughout homeownership.
Yeah, life is such a good educator.
Yeah.
So if you are looking to get into a home, do it now. Don't wait. What's the best time to plant a tree?
20 years ago.
20 years ago. What's the next best time?
Right now.
Right now. Do it now.
Right now. Yep.
Welcome back to the Lifetime Home Support Podcast, where we're going to be talking about everything life, home, and human-to-human connection.
I love
Welcome
it.
back, guys.
Welcome.
Episode 2.
I like it.
We made it.
Exciting.
Yes.
Pretty exciting.
So I just said before we started recording that this is the time where Logan calls me Amy instead of Mom, but I'll take it. I still enjoy this time with us being together.
Still a term of endearment.
It's still, well, he calls me Aim. That's what he calls me. Yes.
Yep.
So when I get my Aim time.
Yep. Absolutely.
Well, welcome everybody. In this show, we're going to be going over the deal of the week, which is going to be what we feel is the best listing that's out there right now. We're going to talk about some seasonal house tips, the best project to get ROI on. One of my favorite things about real estate is that you can make memories and money in it. So we're going to show you which is the best home project to do that's going to get you the best bang for the buck. Mm-hmm. We're going to talk a little bit about our home support team partners. We have a pretty sexy giveaway that we're giving away.
That's
so we're going to
exciting.
talk about that. What's a new project in Sioux Falls, as well as updates on the market.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exciting stuff.
So let's dig in.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's start with that deal of the week.
Okay.
Let's hear about this beauty.
Okay. So we have a beautiful, beautiful listing that is coming up. It is a 5-bedroom, 3-bath, 3,700 square foot. It is on a little bit over of a 1/4 acre of a lot that backs up to the state park in Brandon. It is awesome. So no backyard neighbors. That's huge.
Awesome.
Yeah, and it has it's a custom built home. So the floor plan itself is one that I haven't actually ever seen. Ton of living space, ranch walkout, but they have really open floor plan in the kitchen that opens up to formal informal dining area. They have a 4-season room and then another 3-season off of that. So
Wow.
we've had one house that we've lived in that had a 3-season, and we
loved it.
We were out there all the time.
3,700 square feet. That's a good size footprint.
Right.
And this little area, like, this is a little hidden gem back in Brandon. Like,
Right.
back by the state park, like you said. It's secluded. It's private. It's really
easy
cool.
to get to.
Yeah.
as well, from the Sioux Falls
absolutely.
area.
Right. And it is beautifully priced at $635. So I feel like that is why it is the hidden or the deal of the week on this hidden little gem in Brandon, South Dakota.
Exciting.
Yeah, and we just wanted to note too, we do have access to not only houses that are listed on MLS, but we do have access to a lot of houses that are not listed. So that's one of the perks of working with a bigger brokerage that has a pulse on the market.
Absolutely.
So stay tuned. We will be going over deal of the week every week.
Yep. And if anybody ever has any questions on that, they can email us at
Lifetime Home Support Podcast at amystockburger.com.
LHS.
Oh, that's not right. LHS Podcast at amystockburger.com.
LHS Podcast at amystockburger.com. Awesome.
Stock is in bonds, BERGER.
.com. All right. Now let's talk about the house tip of the week. This is always helpful because it helps me, number one, remember what the hell to do with our own home, sometimes that I forget about. So let's just start down this list of seasonal house tips of the week.
So an easy one, but one that's easily forgotten, like Adam mentioned, is changing out that HVAC filter.
Always.
Yes. So recommended every 90 days at the max to do that. One good, I think, practice with homeownership is to actually just sign a contract with your HVAC company. We have 3 amazing HVAC companies in our home support team, Rogers, Howe, and Waterbury. But they have a maintenance agreement that they just come out and they take care of it. You don't have to worry about it. It's a set and forget type of thing where they're not only doing the filters, but also checking that humidifier, doing the seasonal checks of everything so that you're maintaining it so you don't have that issue down the road when it's 100 degrees out and all of a sudden your AC doesn't work. So that's a big one.
If you haven't been there, I'm jealous.
Yeah.
I've been there. It's miserable.
Right. And it's going to hurt eventually when you do decide to sell, because everybody has a life change, and all of a sudden you have a piece of equipment that hasn't been had maintenance on it. You're going to have issues when it comes to the inspection.
And we all know how fast time goes, right? We're only 6 months out from Christmas here now.
Right. He says that all the time. So annoying.
It's true.
Yeah. Every
But
time we're almost
time
to Christmas.
flies. Before you know it, this happens to me. I haven't checked my furnace filter in, 12 months or whatever. So that's our home support team members do a great job with that. Just kind of set it and forget it. They take care of all that stuff, spray off your air conditioning coil, all that
Right.
stuff that you don't have to think about on a weekend when it's busy and you're trying to get other stuff done.
Right.
So.
Mr. Stockberger, have you cleaned a filter actually? I'm just curious.
I have.
Have you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have. I've done the dirty work.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Another one would be to check the dishwasher, the faucets, toilets, and shower heads for leaks. Frozen winter conditions can cause leaks and make it difficult to work on plumbing. Now's the time to get that fixed. And shout out to our HST plumbers that are also on there. The Howes, the Waterberries, the Rogers Plumbing. They all do a great job. But now is the time to do that. And I am gonna add one in here because again, this happened to me. For those of you that have water softeners and don't have services to actually fill those water softeners with salt, go and get your salt. It also is a good workout because those are 50-pound bags that you got to drag down
Lift
there.
them up.
Yep.
Open your lid.
So remember that so you can get that nice soft water flowing through your home. It's not only good for the skin, but good for your pipes.
Yes.
And lastly, clean the gutters. Make sure all the debris is out of there. It's funny. We're in the spring season right now, and I'm pretty sure we've got rain just about every single day the last
Right.
few weeks. So ensure those gutters are clean so you don't have water piling up in there, debris piling up in there. The house will thank you. I can assure you very much. But make sure those gutters are clean.
Totally.
Right. I was just actually at a client's house who moved here from California, just actually left, and they were shocked at the amount of water we got, and we're asking a ton of water-related questions for maintenance of their house, and like that sump pump discharge, and making sure that's away from the foundation and not in there. But they're in new construction, so they're not going to have the gutter issue. But there's just things that.
But they also haven't had a basement before.
Right.
Like
True.
They've lived slab on grade for
so
so long.
There was a question they had actually, the vents that screw in at the top. Like, here's a tip, trick, and hack. They're like, we're not getting hot or cold down in our basement.
Right.
Because there isn't any ventilation. I'm like, there is, but you have to get up on those vents and you have to turn them lefty-loosey, righty-tighty to actually have them. They're like, we just didn't know. And you don't
The circular
know.
ones.
You don't know what
Yeah,
you don't know.
you don't know what you don't know. And so it was, they're like.
It's not like usually you can just flip a
Right.
switch, but those are the ones you got to unscrew.
In the ceiling, yep. I think our very first house we had that we didn't know.
No.
We're down in the basement. We're like, what the heck? It's freezing down here.
Yeah.
Oh, I've learned lots of things the hard way so far throughout homeownership.
Yeah, life is such a good educator.
Yeah, it is.
Absolutely. And here's only one way to tell whether your gutters are full from the ground is when plants start growing out of them. That's when you know that you need to clean them out. So,
Man.
I've also learned that.
Is that an
the hard way.
experience?
Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
Yes, it is.
Life
So,
is a good teacher.
Yep.
That's awesome. Well, to kind of leeway right in there, there was just and I did a social post on this, but the report came out for 2024 on which projects give you the best ROI in your house. So again, investing in real estate, building wealth through real estate, I feel is like one of your best investments you can have. 77% of Americans, that is their biggest net worth creator. But taking care of it and growing, having those memories and money growth in it is really important. And so, interestingly enough, and not interestingly enough, is kind of obvious, but the biggest ROI for home improvements was all the stuff outside. Exterior, which is big. And so the biggest one, which was 194% ROI,
Just crazy.
that's nuts, is replacing those garage doors.
It's amazing. But
Yep.
it makes complete sense, right? It can
Absolutely.
change the total facade of the front of your home by changing that. It's great.
Right. And again, keep saying we're staying home support team partners, but we do have a really great home support team partner that we've
Yes.
worked with personally too. And we're going to put the link to our home support team partners in the show notes down here so you guys can get right to them. But that is such a game changer and just easy customer service too, getting in and out. Turnaround time, supply chain is actually pretty good too. So it's
Cross your fingers.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, it's a
Yep.
pretty easy experience.
That next one was kind of a surprise to me, but it makes complete sense. Your steel entry door replacement, 188%.
That one
ROI.
shocked me a little
Yeah. Replacing your front door with a steel one doesn't just boost security, which is important. Although we live in Sioux Falls, we have low crime rates, which is amazing, and a very strong police force. It also enhances the overall appearance of your home. It's a simple upgrade with a significant payoff. So
Right.
That's awesome.
bit. It is.
And what I tell sellers is that first 30 seconds of a buyer walking into your home,
So
there
important.
needs to be like angels singing in their ears. That's where they make that emotional connection with the house. So that makes sense. And a door that's, aged, maybe the paint is wore on it.
Flaking
Really,
away.
yeah, it really
Yeah.
does make a difference.
And with that being said, guys, if you're selling your house, the smell makes a big part when you walk into for those 30 seconds.
For
The amount of
sure.
times that we have been in amazing houses, but a buyer gets detoured right away because they come in and smell cat or
Yep.
dog or whatever the case is. It's
Yeah.
make a big difference.
Right. No, totally.
Yeah,
then-
and with that said, sorry to interrupt you, Log, but if you are getting ready to list your home, it might be worth bringing over a relative or a friend to get, because your nose
You
has
go
been in
nose
that-
blind.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
totally. Have
100%.
somebody come in that isn't in your house every day to kind of be honest with you, that can tell you whether there is an odor in there. So
Right.
And then lastly, we got manufactured stone veneer with 153% ROI, return on investment there.
these are great returns. I mean,
That's insane. Yep.
It
That's
is,
awesome.
and that's another appearance. That's another
Mm-hmm.
appearance thing. It doesn't.
Yep.
It helps big time with the appearance. It helps with the upkeep of the house, knowing that that's taken care of. So it's funny how all three of these all start from the outside of the house.
Right. Our neighbor, we go walking every day with Cooper dog. He just added stone veneer to his front last year, and now he's stone veneering his some columns on the side of his front walkway. It's night and day difference.
Yeah.
The house it just completely pulls it together. But that's awesome.
And to put some clarification, this is return on investment of the product you're buying, not of the total price of your home.
right.
Correct.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yep. And if you guys are interested in the remainder of the list or to see what it is that each thing is averagely getting costed at, we'll put the link to that document in the show notes below. But take a
Yep.
look at that. There's a lot of good things in there. If I had $1 for every time a seller told me, well, I just painted, I'm expecting to get $10,000 more or something along
Right.
the lines of home improvement that they think is just going to make them so much money.
Mm-hmm.
Because truthfully, there are home improvements that will not increase the value of your
Right.
home.
Right.
Whether
It
It's
just
just home,
needs to
it's
be
home
done.
maintenance.
Exactly.
Right,
Whether you
exactly.
want to believe it or
Right.
not. But, those are always tough conversations to have with a consumer who's like, oh, I just paid $2,500 for this. What do you mean my value doesn't
Like
go
that 35-year-old roof that needed to be replaced 10 years ago.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Good. Well, then we'll put that in the show notes. I love that. A big shout out to our 2 new home support team partners. As a reminder, we offer lifetime home support with our company. That is one of our big points of difference, meaning we have a system and strategy for every step of the home buying and selling process. And we know that our clients have so many stages of their home ownership and life journey, which is why we created our home support team partners program. And what that consists of is basically any vendor, any company you can think of that our buyers and sellers are going to need services from, we have within this program. They're the best of the best in our market who give our clients legendary care like we do, as well as preferential treatment. And sometimes they give them preferential pricing. And this week we added in Bill Sprinkler and Sod, which that's Eric and Kanita Knutson. This actually bought that business from Bill. I know Bill from back in the day. But they specialize in that long irrigation and sod and hydro seed. So great company, and they do give our clients a discount, which is awesome.
And that's a family-owned, second-generation business right there.
Right.
My favorite thing about them is that everything that they bring in is grown in South Dakota. I
Right.
thought that was a really cool aspect. They've been working with the same sod people for the last 20 years. Small town South Dakota, you know where it's coming from. Buy local. There you go.
Yeah,
Right.
and I had these folks out to our house. Eric knows his stuff, so
Right.
it's pretty amazing. And I think he's a lot like Logan. He's been in the family business forever. Been probably around sprinkler systems and irrigation and sod and whatnot for decades
Right.
already. So he knows what's going on.
And then another thing that they do really nice is they package up their irrigation deals. So
Yes.
if you never want to have to worry about blowing out, getting it started up in the spring, midsummer maintenance on it, they have a package that you guys can sign up for. They'll come out and handle all of that as well. Just kind of
Awesome.
like our HVAC people and a membership like that.
Right.
So
And it was
awesome.
smart. I never thought about that. And they were talking about this, that, yeah, because you don't know in the summer, that's where you're figuring out, like when
Yep.
it's dry,
I
where.
just found out I have a
Yeah.
leak in my sprinklers.
Right.
Like,
well, you got a connection and you got a
Yep.
discount.
There we
Yep.
go.
I love it.
Yep.
And then we also added on Timeless Designs by Melissa. The owner operator is Melissa Bronk, and this girl, she's
Amazing.
kind of going after my heart here. She's a systems girl. Like her
She
superpower
is
is
a
systems.
taskmaster.
She
Yeah.
speaks Amy's language.
Oh my gosh, she was going over her process, and what she really just curates a whole experience for
Yeah.
her people based upon what their likes and wants are, from a champagne kickoff to the event, to she puts together hosting a housewarming party after the entire project is done. She comes in from new construction and she can help them with every stage of that new construction, of that designing portion of it, and curates the budget based upon what they need. So it's not just for high-end houses. It's for anybody who wants to have a professional come in and look and put a really beautiful package together for your biggest asset, your home.
And a lot of times people get so just discombobulated and, well, I don't know if I want this. I don't know if I want this. She brings everything to you. She lays out the options. She lays out what she'll recommend, why
Right.
she's going to recommend it. But most importantly, she makes it a fun experience versus a stressful one.
Right.
And knowing that your project's going to be handled with care and it's going to be done the right way and it's going to be done the way you're wanting it to be
Well,
done.
and she came and spoke at our last team meeting that we had here, and she not only does the design templates, but she also can do 3D renderings
Yeah.
for you
Right.
as well to really get that visual aspect of it. So that's pretty cool.
Right. And God made us women. That's just how he made us. He made us very visual. That's part of the deal. So I think that helps in that whole process of understanding what you want to do with that. Again, your biggest asset you own.
In majority of
you want it
households-
pretty.
In majority of households, who's the decision maker anyway?
Women.
I think there's a song about that.
Yeah, Beyonce or something? I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know. I've never heard it.
A lot of songs.
But
Yep.
then we have a pretty awesome giveaway coming up.
Yes.
Yeah, this is
Speaking
exciting.
of women ruling the world.
This is that's a good segue. There you go.
No kidding.
So we have, for the month of June and July, we have a big giveaway. We are giving away 2 tickets to Pink. Everybody loves Pink. Raise your glass.
There you go. There you go.
So two good tickets to Pink.
At the Denny.
At the Denny, October 21st is when she's in town, out of the Denny. And to get enrolled into the contest, all you have to do is go out and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Living in Sioux Falls, and then comment Pink. So subscribe and comment Pink on any of the shows that are out there on our YouTube channel, Living in Sioux Falls, and you will get entered in. If you go out and put that on every show we do up until the end of July, that is how many entries you get to
Oh, man.
win those kick-ass tickets.
Yeah, very
That'd be
cool.
awesome. If you guys
Yes.
haven't been to a concert at the Denny yet, they do such a good job. out
Yes,
there.
Logan just went to one last night.
I did. Tim McGraw put on a great show.
That's awesome.
Put on a great show.
Very cool venue for
That's
sure.
awesome.
And not only Tim McGraw, but Faith was there as well.
Faith was there.
Did she
I
sing?
Very cool.
I don't know. We got there right when Tim came out, so I don't.
Yeah.
Sure.
She didn't sing with him, though?
No, she
Oh,
didn't sing
okay.
with him. But he talked one time, and he goes, "I don't talk a lot during my shows because I have a wife and 3 daughters." And went straight into his next song, and it was a hell of a joke.
Makes sense.
It was a hell
Makes
of a-
sense.
They're such a cute family.
He's jacked.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
He has a workout routine, that's for sure.
Right.
A lot like myself.
Right. Well, I was just going to say that.
He had electric guitars too. That guy was going off the hook. It was awesome.
He plays guitar?
No, not him, but he had electric guitarists in his band that
Oh,
was just
I
going
gotcha.
crazy, and it was really cool to watch.
That's awesome.
really
What a
cool.
fun
That is neat.
experience.
Yeah,
We're lucky to have the Denny.
we are. But stats just came out for the month of May.
I
I
saw
love
This is
it.
that.
one of my favorite days of every month is when
Right.
we get these stats. And
Yep.
this was a really interesting month of May
Right.
for our stats.
Well, and for us, we had incredible under contracts in the month of May that we saw a lot of increase. And I think that consumer confidence is well, I think the want is there. There was
Yeah.
so much pent up want from 23 when interest rates were so high that I think the want is there, and we're seeing more inventory. So that has really helped people, because people have life changes. Life changes are what start the process of looking for that either first home or that next home. And so, yeah.
I also think it's a big impact of it is interest rates have kind of plateaued. They've stayed
Right.
the same for a while. People are starting to understand, like, okay, we're not going to see 4.5s again right now.
Right.
And they're also
finally
understanding
accepting
that.
it.
And we finally have banks that are coming out with these great programs,
Yeah.
like
Right.
the South Dakota Grant or some of these other programs that these other local banks have that are able to offer these
Totally.
amazing discounts to homeowners.
Yep.
That is allowing them to feel a little bit more comfortable in the buying process.
Well, and it
Right.
speaks to, the inventory. Our inventory has been low for the last 3-4 years.
Right.
From what we ideally like to see. But as soon as that inventory starts to see a climb, it just gets gobbled up because there are people out there just, still looking for that ideal home that fits their wants and needs and checks all the boxes that they need.
Right. And
So let's run through some of these stats.
okay, hit it.
The Sioux Falls Metro average sales price in May increased 4.2% from May of last year, resulting in an average price of $393, with a year-to-date increase of 6.1. So year-to-date average rose to $372,674.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
The average days on market was up by about 7.5% this year. So right around 83 days on the market for the average price property in our market.
We had a just under 3% increase in active listing inventory with a total inventory of 886 homes currently actively listed within Lincoln and Minnehaha County, which that's more than we've been seeing a little bit
Right.
throughout the history of our
Yeah.
last 3 or 4 years. So
Right.
kind of speaks towards inventory climbs, inventory is going to sell.
Yep.
Consumer confidence, people just making the moves that
Exactly.
they've needed to move, or it's the pent up moves that they wanted to move. Yeah, because closed sales are up 7% year over year. And at this point, there's been in 2023, at this point of the year in 2023, there was 1,137 homes. And then now
Sold.
this year sold, yep. And now there's been 1,321. So it's a 16% increase
Increased in those
year
solds.
over
Wow.
year. Wow.
That's great. One thing I did see, for new listings, now this is just the Sioux Falls area. So Sioux Falls encompasses both Minnehaha and Lincoln County. But there was that 7% increase, but our monthly supply dropped from last year at 4.5 months to this year to 3.5 months. Can you explain, Amy, the month supply and what realtors ideally want to see out there and what that means?
Well, an even market, you're going to have about 6 months of inventory that's on the market. And that means basically if a inventory or that month supply means that if no other house is listed today, it would only take that many months to have everything gobbled up and be gone.
Yep.
And so we've been in a seller's market for some time, and especially after COVID 2020, March or about April here in our market, we really saw inventory go down. And what drives price always, no matter what market we're in, what drives price is supply and demand. That's for every type of industry, right?
Right.
And so we are still seeing multiple offers in those, under 400. We're seeing a lot of those yet, which, again, Logan mentioned this, having those loan products out there that are helping that demographic
Totally.
is
Yes.
huge. Getting that first-time home buyer into that first house just allows that next homeowner to buy that next replacement house, so on and so forth. It kind of goes like this and like this.
But it's unique how it works because right now there are quite a bit of buyers who do fall into those loan programs that are out there right now, and competition has, of course, gone up a little bit in those price ranged homes. So it's funny, you look at it through kind of a micro lens right now, and it's something that our agents always say I'm a broken record with, but when those interest rates drop, competition will rise. That is how it works. It is as simple as that when it comes to those price range of homes. And so seeing that there's competition right there when interest rates are hovering in the mid to high sixes only shows what the competition was and is going to be like when these interest rates do drop down.
Well, and that's
when
why I
that
bring
comes.
up the days on the
Yeah.
month supply, because right now, ideally, as agents, we have about half of what we ideally like to see, right? If these rates take a dip
It'll be
at
madness.
all, our supply is we're going to be in another low inventory kind of
Craziness.
situation.
And I think the jobs report, I think that's coming out next week.
Yes.
Is that next week? So I think we might see something. We could see. I don't know if I'm not predicting or saying, but there could be some changes. We've had our lenders saying that things are starting to tick down, and we're likely going to see that continue because of that issue. But still, again, Logan said stability. That's what people want. They're seeing the stability. It's not a raise, drop, raise, drop, raise, drop.
So my final point on that is, buyers, if you're out there looking right now, now's your time.
Right.
It's not when these rates drop.
Right.
Because not only will there be more competition, when competition arises, prices rise.
Right.
It's
Right.
the sad reality. So when you're competing against 5 people, prices might increase by 10,000. But when you're competing against 50 people for one house, that price could increase by 50,000. And we
Right.
saw that through our COVID market here in
And
town.
listen, I'm no economist, but we all know that if rates do drop, they're not dropping
They're not
a
dropping
point
Yes.
or a half a
No,
point. I mean, we're talking little ticks here and there
Right.
if
Yep.
it does.
Yeah.
So if you are looking to get into a home, do it now. Don't wait. What's the best time to plant a tree?
20 years ago,
20 years ago. What's the next best time?
right now.
Right now.
now.
Do it now.
Right now. Yep.
Start
love
building, work off that appreciation for the home, right?
Right. Making money and memories in unison.
There you go.
This next thing that we're going to be talking about, we're all children at heart.
Right.
I am stoked about this.
Right.
This is going to be awesome. It's a very fresh concept still to Sioux Falls, but Sioux Falls is going to be getting Slick City Action Park, and they're going to be bringing a fun-packed experience to Sioux Falls in the near future with waterless slides.
Waterless slides.
Waterless water slides. So it's
Yeah.
waterless water slides.
Well, slides.
Slides. So it's like the big ones like at the carnivals that you like put
No.
a rug in.
Kinda,
like those,
but
you know what I'm
they're-
talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they're kind of,
Potato
it's like
sacks.
that kind of
Yeah.
on steroids. So, some of the things they have is they're very traditional all the way to the twisting, the including slides that launch riders onto a crash mat. So
God.
it's going to be pretty neat. It looks
Yeah.
like in Jody Schwann's article in SiouxFalls.business, she included some pictures of what the one in Colorado is looking like, and it looks phenomenal. It looks like just about something for everybody.
Love
they
that.
call it, they used a saying like grandparents to kids or something like that. Everyone will be able to have something to do.
Love it.
So I'm really excited about
Yeah.
this. This will be a lot of
Great.
fun.
The
They
park-
are looking for a 26,000 plus square foot
Oh my God.
unit right now. They're open to the idea of building, but they are trying to secure a place right now. And it's kind of cool because it's a Sky Zone franchisee that's opening it up. So it's
Well,
based
Hobby
out of
Lobby,
Colorado.
the old Hobby Lobby right over here would be a perfect spot for that.
Party America.
Yeah,
Oh,
right next to
yeah.
Party America. The park also includes air courts, a junior jungle, climbing and play structure, and space for events.
So birthday parties.
Yeah.
Smart.
Weddings. No, I'm
Wedding,
just kidding. 34 patents have been filed
Isn't
or
that crazy?
granted on the slide so far. That's nuts.
And then
That's awesome.
another cool thing is they're bringing them to our sister city up in Fargo and then down to Omaha
in
too.
Omaha.
So
That's awesome.
it's really neat.
You know, that speaks precedence to Sioux Falls, right?
Oh my gosh,
We're on
yeah.
the map for them to come here.
Well,
and
even that too. Like you look like 10 years ago, Tim McGraw wasn't coming to Sioux Falls.
No way.
Like
Oh.
you just
Neither
look
was
at,
Pink.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just look at the growth over time and how people are actually like now having a desire to either reside here, work here, or perform here.
Yep.
That's a true testimony to the city and
Totally.
the
Right.
city's growth and the people in the city.
Right.
You know, you can have a great city filled with terrible people and people don't want to come, but
Yep.
Right.
that's not the case here.
So
Right.
true.
And then a huge shout out to Jody Schwann. Like
Totally.
She's
she's
amazing.
amazing. That
Amazing.
SiouxFalls.business is my home for everything Sioux
Yeah.
Falls.
Right.
Like
She does
everything.
a great job.
She's Sioux Falls Google.
She is.
Yep.
It's amazing.
Yep. Good job, Jody. She's a pal. Well, that is the roundup for us, guys. Just a overview real quick. Make sure to go out and subscribe and comment pink. And that's going to get you entered into as many times as you do it per show into the drawing to win pink tickets, which we're going to be drawing at the beginning of August. So the promotion runs all of June, all of July.
Yeah. There's a lot of opportunity to enter there. So
Yes.
all right. Well, this makes episode 2 in the bag.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
good job, everybody. Want to take away a couple key points here from the episode. Just remember those house tips that are out there and keeping the maintenance up on your home. If you ever need any real estate help or advice, please seek to us. Please look to us for any of that at lhspodcast@amystockburger.com. And we, as always, would love a comment, a like, and a follow on this, and a rating would be awesome. So,
And we'll link all of our socials down below, but make sure to like, comment, subscribe. It's fun.
Yeah,
More to come.
awesome.
Good job, guys.
Always fun spending time with my Stockburger boys, even if I'm being called AIM. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
you.
Bye-bye.